Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I'm going to be welcoming back my good friend Susan Lanier, who you all know from The Hills Have Eyes. I've had her on twice before. She's coming back on to promote her upcoming appearance at the horror festival Shriekfest this weekend. October 4th through the 7th in Los Angeles. You may remember 2 weeks ago I had Denise Gossett, the organizer, on, and we talked about it. And today I'm going to have Susan on just for a short time to promote the festival, and she wanted to talk about some political things that's bugging her. And you all know I don't really do politics or anything. I could give less than a shit about politics, but she wanted to address some things, and I adore Sue so much that I'm willing to make an exception for her, of course, because I just truly adore her, and I think the world of her and stuff. So, yeah, here is my interview with Susan Lanier.
Hello.
Hey, Suze.
Hey, Tommy. How are you?
I'm great. Welcome back.
I'm sorry?
So how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm on day 3 of this 5-day sugar detox I'm doing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I feel great. I'm suffering, but it's very rewarding.
Well, you have to, it's hard to find foods that don't have a little bit of sugar in them, but that's a great thing. I need to do the same thing, I guess.
Well, I'm just cutting out dessert and soda. That's my main focus for right now.
I kind of don't do those anyway. I mean, I try not to at any rate.
Yeah, it's tough, but I feel really good that I'm doing it. But so this weekend you will be at Shriekfest.
Well, actually, it's tomorrow night. It's the big, party at the
Right.
What's it called? Borders or Sin Barrister Bar in Hollywood on Cherokee, and it's an annual thing. And the Bar Sinister is the name of the club on Cherokee in Hollywood, and they've had it every single year. Denise Gossett produces it
Right.
with Armando Munoz, and but it's been Denise's baby all along, and I don't think I made it last year, but I really try to go every year because first of all, I adore Denise, and secondly, the bar is just really cool. It's goth. It's very goth with these statues in there that are very scary looking. You feel like you've kind of walked into the bowels of hell with a bar and loud, fabulous music. Armando does the music. He DJs every year, and everybody's in costume, and it's sort of the precursor for Halloween. Once Shriekfest party starts off the season, then it's very busy in Hollywood with Halloween themes almost every weekend until it's over. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I had Denise on a couple weeks ago, and her and I got along very well. She so wishes that I could attend, but I can't. This has been a very dark year for me. I didn't even get to go to LA at all this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she's very nice though. I enjoy talking to her.
She's cool, and she's a great. She knows how to throw a party for sure. There's all you walk in and there's red carpet, and then you go in, and I don't know. I just love this bar. It's one of my very favorites, actually. I don't go to many bars. I usually like to go hear music at music venues, but I don't frequent too many bars these days. I can't say that I didn't do that when I was much younger. Of course I did. But now I'm more focused on, it's not that much fun when you're not one of the 18-year-old kids,
Yeah.
So,
Or 21, yeah.
well, 21, of course, yeah. I mean, I certainly went almost every night when I was in my 20s. So,
I did too.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And it's still fun. It's just, not my thing. I'm going to leave there. After I leave there, I will go. I'm going to go hear some music, actually, by some of the top session players. I can't remember the name of the band, but it's Daryl Leonard's big band. And he's played with Taj Mahal and everybody. So I will have a very busy evening tomorrow night with all the with the Hollywood bar scene.
So, are you doing a panel for The Hills Have Eyes?
I already did the panel for The Hills Have Eyes at the Shriekfest Film Festival last week. So we did the big screening at the New Art Theater, and there wasn't a panel. It was a panel of me, and Michael, Behrman does not live near LA, even though I talk to him almost every day. I talked to him yesterday, and I'm going to meet up with him in a week or two at Peter Locke's. We've both been invited. I'm sure the rest of the cast has as well. Been invited to Peter Locke's big birthday party in Santa Monica in a week or two. So, though Michael does not live in LA, he would not make a special trip to.
He wouldn't make a special trip to see?
Mercury, which was a tiny little role, so that he could probably save money, so
Yeah.
he didn't have to cast that part. But anyway, he was fine. Anyway, it's his birthday, and so I'll be seeing Michael in a week or two.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I saw Michael at a convention this summer, and he was telling me about his daughter's new job and everything. And I said, oh, that's great. Maybe the next step is you'll be a grandfather. And he was like, no, I don't want to think about that. I'm going to be 70.
Yeah, well, he's great. We have a great relationship, so it'll be really good to see him. I haven't seen him in a while. I have seen his wife Patty, but I haven't seen him in a while. So it'll be really good to see him.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So it was just you at the panel and everything, and a lot of people come up to you afterwards?
Before more than afterwards. The screening did not even begin until midnight. So I got there at around 11. A lot of Hollywood screenings, particularly horror, begin at midnight. And so the theater is in Santa Monica, which is about a 30-minute drive from where I live. And so I went early. I got there about 11:30 and signed autographs and saw fans then. Luckily, he let me do the panel before the screening. It's the 4,000 restoration version of The Hills Have Eyes, which supposedly is, they took the film and they processed it to update the quality of the film and also to make it seem more current and less grainy. And so, because originally the movie was shot on 16 millimeter. So,
Yep.
So they had run it through a new process called 4K restoration, and I'm not sure what that means at all. But anyway, the quality did seem a bit better, and that's really cool because I think that it helps preserve these old movies that would be sad if they rotted away in some other kind of format. I'm sure the original footage is, it's so old the original actual 60 millimeter film, I would guess might even be deteriorated by now.
Mm-hmm.
But at any rate, they did a 4K restoration, and along with that, I was told that the film was supposed to be aired all through the United States in this new format at a few art theaters in different towns. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's great. I always thought that The Hills Have Eyes looked like a professional studio movie, even though it was shot on, the home millimeter camera.
Well, it wasn't. No, it was not a home millimeter camera at all. It was a 16 millimeter camera.
That's what I mean.
Cameras were still big, and many movies were shot with those.
Mm-hmm.
It required a big crew, and the camera was large. It was just that the studio films were usually shot with 35 millimeter, but home movies were not done with a 16 millimeter camera. That was a very expensive camera even back then.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's just amazing. I mean, that movie just has incredible impact all these years later.
Well, I was amazed that so many people would come out at midnight in Santa Monica to see a film that I'm sure that they could easily watch at home for free anytime. I know that The Hills Have Eyes plays a lot during October, all through the year actually, but definitely in October because of Halloween. And so I was pretty surprised that so many people actually came to the event. So The Hills Have Eyes is one of the films I think featured in the Shriekfest festival this year. So that was very cool.
Mm-hmm. And Denise told me some of the other people who are going to be there: Reggie Bannister, Diane Franklin, Amanda Wyss, a couple others. That's a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, I guess I don't go to all of them. I mean, I'm sure those people will be at the Shriekfest itself during screenings of their particular films. She does a great job, and I think what she's doing is really good. And I think that anybody that is in or around Los Angeles, it's worth coming to that party. It's a really fun party, and you run into lots of horror producers and directors and actors, and it's just a party for horror people. So that's very rare. So the once a year that they do that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, hopefully next year I'll be able to attend, because that sounds like something I'd really enjoy.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I don't ever stay too long, because it is more, once you've said hi to everybody, then it's, it's time for me to go, since it's in the heart of Hollywood. It's on almost Hollywood and Vine, and so I still have a drive back home, and I just don't stay too long. But some of the people do.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to play some music. I was supposed to do a gig with Charlie Hattrick there a couple of years ago, and the gig didn't start till midnight. God, everything seems to start at midnight. And it was a really rainy night, and it was cold, and I just bailed on it. But because it was just I was going to sing some backup with Charlie. But she is a wonderful goth band. And my son, who plays guitar for 45 Grave, they're cranking back up, and they've got some pretty cool Hollywood gigs coming up too.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Is he playing the festival?
No, 45 Grave is not going to play in the Shriekfest Festival, but they do play pretty big goth venues in all over, actually. They just got back from Chile. But he's their lead guitar player for 45. He's the lead guitar player for 45 Grave. So, anyway, they have a huge horror and goth following. It's a goth band.
Oh, that's awesome. So, is there anything political you want to address?
Well, I mean, what's not going on? You know, it's like it's the disrespect that I feel is being shown for women by this administration is somewhat stirred my emotions in terms of my wanting to speak up and step out and be very, very selective about any kind of films that I might want to act in, because I believe now we need to change this victimization of women in film.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have turned down a couple of movies lately because of reading the script and not my characters. I'm usually now, as a more mature actor,
Mm-hmm.
being given roles that are safe for, they're not sexual, they're usually not victims. The roles I'm offered are not victims. I usually am, I just did a film in August. I play a pet rescuer and a lovely older woman,
Mm-hmm.
colorful and funny. But it was not horror, which is good. But I have decided that, if we as actors, I just went to a screening last week with my manager, and there was a Swedish film that has just come out, and they had these beautiful little girls in cages, and it was a not horror, but a thriller, suspense, edging on horror, and I just went, I think that we as actors have to take on a more responsibility about the roles we accept. Even if you need a job, don't take it. And don't take it if the girl is going to be a victim. And it's just every day we see it on television and movies, and I think that Hollywood has a huge responsibility in changing that right now, and that is my new objective, is to begin to make people aware that Hollywood, the filmmakers, are also responsible for people thinking that women are less than men. And I think it's crucial now with the politics that are going on. Any woman who
Mm-hmm.
does not feel the need to support change, and if they feel like Kavanaugh, if they don't see that Kavanaugh is lying, it's a betrayal of their own gender.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just riled up, and as are all my friends, many of my friends, because everybody needs to change. Corporations need to change their attitude about what they sell to women and how they treat women and their own employees. It's not just Hollywood, but that's my world. So that's where the only place I have any influence. So it's really important that women start turning down parts where they're victims. I mean, that's the one thing I love about Brenda in The Hills Have Eyes, is I survive, and I kill everybody at the end.
Yeah.
So I do have revenge. I do get raped, and if I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't do the movie. But you didn't really get to see anything anyway. But I play a strong woman with a brain, a strong young girl, actually, with a brain.
Mm-hmm.
And so, really, I think we need to be very selective as actors what roles we take on, and that they don't make the climate worse.
I agree. I write screenplays, like that, where woman is a victim, then she retaliates back. The women are strong and the men are, I wouldn't say weak, but just like, clueless. I make the men clueless in my screenplays.
Yeah, just don't have any interest in acting in films that make women look like victims. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that we're less than. I mean, everybody has, a crisis, and you have to have, conflict in a film to make it interesting, but not where they're being mutilated and put in cages and things like that. I mean, that's where we draw. It should be outlawed, actually. So
Yeah.
I think that's, I did a film, I won't mention the title, with Eric Roberts not long ago, and, it's just awful. There were men victims too, but, I don't know. The mutilation and stuff like that is, I don't see a huge need for it anymore, or maybe I'm just too old to appreciate it any. I just don't. I don't have the need to watch movies like that, nor make movies like that. When I did Watch What You Asked For with Michael and He Kills Me at the End, that's a comedy. It is clearly a comedy on YouTube, with Michael Behrman on my music video, Watch What You Asked For.
Yeah.
It was a spoof on internet dating and the things that can happen on internet dating, and it was clearly a comedy, a dark comedy. But that was done tongue-in-cheek, not done with serious stuff, with serious intent. So I think that's different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen that video. It's pretty funny.
Thanks. Now, almost everything I like to do has comedic overtones to it.
Yeah. That's the way it should be, Very, very much so. Well, Suze, I hope you have a great time at Shriekfest tomorrow.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Denise, Brooke Lewis. I hope she'll be there, and all my horror pals. Jason Koch, director. Kaylee Brown, producer of one of the last films I did, is going to be there, and so I'm excited about seeing them. And Jason is a horror director, and he's really good. And so, I look forward to seeing all my friends. And I wish you were going to be there, Tommy.
Oh, I wish so too. Like I said, maybe next year. And I know you haven't been doing many conventions lately, but if you do one next year in California, I'll definitely try to make it and see you.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Thank you for the interview.
Oh.
And happy Halloween.
Oh, happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving and Christmas, too, coming up.
Yeah, and if any of your listeners follow me on Twitter, Susan Lanier, at Susan Lanier, SuzeLanier, or Facebook, my fan page.
Yes, everyone out there, check it out. It's because Suze is awesome.
Thanks, baby. I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you.
Love you, too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Susan Lanier. Ain't she a sweetheart? Thank you, Susan. I love talking to you, and I love hearing about your passions and your zest for life. Love you. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.